So joining us now with what he's seeing literally in the mall is Simeon Siegel, consumer equity research analyst at Guggenheim. 1 year I'm going to do this with you, Simeon. We're going to walk around together. What are the channel checks telling you?
By the way, it's been a long time since you and I have done this. I feel like there was like a Black Friday thing. I can do a little twirl, but then I think like the light and everyone will look at me and be like, what is this guy doing? Listen, I think that right now, I would say it's busy. I count, but I just don't know how much that really matters. But holiday looks okay. Looks good.
Why do you think the stocks have been struggling? I mean, I've heard people say, I forget which analyst this was last year who told us he's a retail analyst. He hates holiday season because people focus so much on those names. They become way more volatile and they tend to underperform. And that made me laugh because I'm like, he's probably right.
It doesn't hurt that it's year end and people are getting marked in a few days. So I think at the end of the day right now, this is retail. This is shopping. This is stuff that you and I talk about as consumers, not just as journalists and analysts and investors. And when that happens, we introduce our own anecdotal biases. It becomes emotional. What did I just get last night as a gift? What am I buying someone else? You're right, though. At the end of the day, these are companies. They have numbers. They have fundamentals. And so I think that's where you get this interesting mismatch where you take all the high sentiment, you take all the emotion, you couple that with the fact that it is year end, and then you couple the fact that not a lot of people are on the desk. So you have volume conversations going on as well. Yeah, looking further out, this magical idea of the calendar flips, I don't know that you and I should think there's something really different about December 31st and Jan 1.
But you're seeing good traffic there. You think it's going to be a decent holiday season, and the numbers are kind of bearing that out to some extent. What did you think of the Nike news this morning? That we were kind of joshing you about that last week, but here comes Tim Cook with like a point-making purchase.
Right. Listen, at the end of the day, you buy with your own personal wealth. You put your money where your mouth is. You're making a point. And whether it's intended as an investment or as a signal, it's there. And so I don't think everything is fixed. I think you and I talked about this last week that I can't give you confidence we're at the end of the downward revisions, that the numbers are all safe and everything is good. But you and I are sitting in North America right now. The North America business was good.
Right.
The China business was a little bit more challenged. And so I think right now, Tim Cook, who sees the numbers more than you and I can see them, sees the numbers more real time than you and I can see them, is saying enough's enough.
Yeah, I think my headline was Cook agrees with Simeon. So you're in the mall, but it's not as if the mall picks are necessarily your favorite, although you like Birkenstock. TJX, a perennial winner, obviously TJ Maxx out in the strip mall world. But why Birkenstock? Is there anything else that kind of having looked around and seen it yourself as you're doing right now? I mean, does anything else jump out at you as an opportunity or something to stay away from?
Yeah, so listen, you know me really well. You know what I love to try and differentiate between is the sentiment and the fundament, is that narrative and the numbers. Birkenstock is among the best growing businesses that I cover. Birkenstock is still selling an incredible amount more units. They're selling double digits, and that's a really good growth. It's not just price, because you and I were talking last week about what tariffs are doing in terms of inflation. There's a lot of price dynamics at play. Birkenstock is actually selling more pairs. And so I think when I can take that and say I've got among the best revenue growth in my space, and it's being driven by more units, not just by price, and then look at the stock and pull up that chart and say, you know what? A lot of my world has done very well, and they have not. Then I can actually marry this mismatch, and I can say, looking forward, there's a dislocation. I've got a really good business that's not looking like a really good stock right now. That looks exciting. Down
25% year to date. So finally, then, what do you make of the really bad consumer sentiment data? Whether it's the Conference Board, Mish. I know a lot of people think it's gotten political, and maybe it has. It really hasn't borne out too much in how people are spending, but we know people are frustrated by high housing and car prices and insurance prices. I hear about it every day. We know that that's a real burden.
By the way, side point, seeing myself like shake here, I have like a new appreciation for selfies. Like holding up a phone is not easy. But anyway, that notwithstanding, I think there is such a distinction that we have to make between consumer sentiment and consumer purchasing. I think that for better or for worse, healthy or not, the U.S. consumer is overly resilient. We buy more maybe than we should, but we constantly buy more. It takes a lot to get us to not buy, whereas we're very easy to voice our negativity. It's very easy to say things are bad. And so that's where I think we're just seeing this dislocation between consumer confidence and retail sales. And I don't think that's going to stop. I think that's a very real dynamic. I think behavioral economics, psychology, all of these reasons tell us why someone's going to get out there and say how bad things are. But like, again, maybe I should do a little ballerina twirl and show you what it looks like here. I mean, there's a lot of people. My daughter does it, by the way. Look at this.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm on the top. I'm on the top. If I show you down, you can see even more. But I think, and my 4-year-old would be very proud. So that twirl is for you, Raya. But no, I think we have to differentiate and distinguish that forever. Consumer confidence surveys are going to look very different than what retail spending will look like. And I think that's okay.